Live and 11 correlation. This is NXT Week 2 here in Universe Mode. And of course, NXT coming to you from Full Sail University in Orlando, Florida. Like always, the home of NXT. And well, look at this. Seems like we're opening things up here with the winner of last week's six-pack challenge, Rhea Ripley. Of course, Rhea won the matchup and in turn will go on to take over Blackpool and challenge Shayna Baszler for the NXT Women's Championship. Of course, the NXT TakeOver Blackpool will be taking place 24 hours after our Money in the Bank pay-per-view. And now Rhea here looking to mention last week. Well, she did prevail. Pretty damn good contest if you ask me as well. It did open up NXT as well. And well, Rhea Ripley saying the most dominant force to date on NXT is her. And well, to be fair, that could actually be proven. She did defeat the rest of the roster, minus obviously NXT Women's Champion herself, Shayna Baszler. So Rhea does get a point when she mentions that. And yes, of course, with that, she will go on to face Shayna Baszler at TakeOver Blackpool for Shayna's NXT Women's Championship. And so Rhea kind of ecstatic about that, but you know, not really the most liked woman on the roster. But if anyone could give Shayna a fight, to be fair, my money will always mostly be on Rhea Ripley to have the highest odds of being Shayna. And now Rhea going on to say here, there isn't any better woman to actually go on to take over and go on to face Shayna than herself. And well, Rhea Ripley, she does have a point in that. Once again, if I have bet money on any other woman in the roster to top Shayna Baszler, it will be that woman. And now Shayna will get cut off here. And I don't think she's going to take lightly at that. And oh my god. Well, if there was one woman who wasn't in action last week, it's this one. Ladies and gentlemen, Toni Storm making an appearance here tonight on NXT. She wasn't even signed to any roster, Raw, SmackDown, NXT, and she makes an appearance here tonight under these black and gold brands. Toni Storm interrupting Rhea Ripley. Not sure how wise that is, but Toni, not even signed to any roster, or at least to my acknowledgement, not signed any brand here in the WWE. And she makes an appearance here tonight to kick things off for NXT. What does she have to say? Blockbuster debut here to kick things off on week 2 of NXT. And now Toni Storm going on to question if Rhea is really the best woman on NXT. And now Toni Storm saying there is another one who they think, or who she thinks, could give Rhea Ripley a run for her money. To be fair, who is that? Shayna herself, I guess? Shayna Baszler, of course, the NXT Women's Champion. She's really the only other woman that's higher in the totem pole than Rhea Ripley by this point. And now Rhea asking the question that I bet we're all asking here. Why is Toni here? Toni Storm not a part of any WWE brand, Raw, SmackDown, or NXT, but she makes an appearance here tonight on NXT. Management, security let her in, and I'm pretty sure I have an idea where this is leading to. Let's see if I'm right though. And yup, there you go, Toni Storm making the announcement here tonight after negotiations with Triple H. Toni Storm is officially a part of the NXT Women's Division, and she wants a match against Rhea Ripley tonight. If she defeats Rhea, then there'll be a triple threat at TakeOver Blackpool. I feel like that's fair. And now Rhea, she's quick to accept it, and Rhea Ripley accepts Toni Storm's blockbuster challenge. It out. Cheap shot here, Rhea Ripley accepting it, but I don't think she's happy about it. She's not coming back down from the fight, but I don't think she's happy about having to do the fight in the first place. I see her right there, drop kick right there, Toni Storm. And now Toni Storm, blockbuster news just announced right there. No time to digest it, but Toni Storm is the latest addition to the NXT Women's Division. As you see her there, taking down Rhea Ripley. A fight breaking out now. No, Toni didn't like that cheap shot on the part of Rhea Ripley. And now look at this headbutt. See her on the mat. Oh God. Vicious strikes right there by Toni Storm. Toni Storm officially now a part of the NXT Women's Division, and now looking to make a statement immediately here against Rhea Ripley. Not taking too lightly to what Rhea did with the cheap shot moments ago. But Rhea taking Toni Storm down. We need order to be restored here. What a way to kick things off on NXT. And well, tonight's main event, I guess, has now been confirmed. Rhea Ripley will face Toni Storm. If Toni Storm wins the matchup, then she will be added to the match at TakeOver Blackpool. Well, it's only fair. Toni Storm wasn't signed to the roster last week. So Toni Storm, by default, did not get a chance to really become number one contender for a title in the first place. Who knows, maybe if she was in the matchup last week, she would have won. And so now, Rhea Ripley here, looking for a cutter on Toni Storm. Toni's gonna fight out of it, but no. Rhea Ripley staying on her here, trying to awaken her opponent before the main event, and what a lariat! And the referee having to restore order here, separating both of them. And now security, they enter the ring, separating Toni Storm, separating Rhea Ripley, and we finally have order. And well, sorry, there a glimpse of the opening contest, and there, as just a moment ago, your main event, Rhea Ripley, Toni Storm, as both of them, well, Rhea Ripley being sent through the crowd with some security guards. Toni Storm has already been sent backstage with the other half of security guards. And well, order restored here, finally, as we can now kick off NXT with a matchup. As well, this man right here, Mark Andrews, this young man, Mark Andrews, has one hell of an opportunity here. Tonight he faces off against the NXT champion, Adam Cole, as the graphic did pop up for a mere second. But yes, Adam Cole, the NXT champion, he's in action. We have no idea who is he going to face at TakeOver Blackpool. Imagine if Mark Andrews is able to pull off an upset here. If he has to pull off an upset against Adam Cole, maybe he goes on to TakeOver Blackpool. Definitely interesting for him. Well, I do believe that this young man has the heart to definitely do so, to definitely be a champion in general in NXT in the near future. Whether that's North American champion, NXT champion, tag team champion, I do believe he could pull it off. And well, tonight can be a stepping stone, to be fair. Tonight can really set him off, even if he loses, but still puts on a great performance. I definitely like to think Triple H and the rest of NXT management will keep a watchful eye. And well, yes, Triple H, he is the NXT general manager. Toni Storm did pretty much spoil it for us. Well, each GM of each show, Raw, SmackDown, NXT, and 205 Live, they planned to review themselves whenever they want to. Not sure if Toni Storm was given the go-ahead to really say Triple H's name under general manager, but yeah, he is the NXT GM. Toni Storm has already spoiled it for us, so there goes that surprise. But to be fair, if there was any other person that was going to be announced as general manager, Triple H being announced as the NXT GM, that's not at all surprising. However, for Raw, SmackDown, and 205 Live, that will be surprising. As ladies and gentlemen, Adam Cole, the NXT champion, are coming to the ring with Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong, and Bobby Fish, the rest of the Undisputed Era, and boom. There we go. Nailed it. Completely nailed it right there. Got the cue. But anyway, Adam Cole are coming with the rest of the Undisputed Era here tonight. Definitely like to think these four are going to be a force to be reckoned with. Adam Cole, baby. Okay, see, I got the boom cue, but I missed the Adam Cole, baby cue. But I was 1 for 2. It wasn't that bad. I have a commentary job. I don't have the mark out job. Although I could do both. But anyway, yes, O'Reilly, Fish, and Strong in the corner of Adam Cole in this matchup. And well, here we go. The matchup will begin, non-title of course. We have no idea who's going to face off against Adam Cole at TakeOver Blackpool. Hopefully we can get an answer then in the next couple of weeks. Voting Dream and John Gargano main evented last week's NXT for the North American Championship as John Gargano answered the Voting Dream's open challenge. And Gargano and Dream pulled off one hell of a contest. I'd still like to think our best contest in Universe Mode history so far. Granted, this is only like the 8th episode of Universe Mode over there. To a fair, lost track count right. Yeah, I believe it's the 8th, but anyway. Here we go. Chain grapple start here between Mark Andrews and Adam Cole. Is going to get the best of this exchange here. Adam Cole, so far, it's not him, to say the least. It's Mark Andrews, wrenching the arm, pushes Cole off. And now Mark Andrews, he's had enough of that. And now look at this. Oh my god. Spiking. Adam Cole on his head with a hurricane running out. Standing shooting star press. Adam Cole looking to get a great relation. NXT continues. We're back here in NXT as during the commercial break. Mark Andrews staying on Adam Cole, and look at that spike in Cole on his head. Beautiful hurricane run of what Cole was grounded for a mere second, and now look at this. Mark Andrews with a head scissors. Mark Andrews, well, he's getting the best of Adam Cole here. Cole did get a couple shots in during the commercial break, but for the majority of this matchup, Mark Andrews has been impressive so far, but I think that's going to come to a stop here because now Adam Cole looking to take Andrews off his feet and slam him down to a mat after slamming him down to the top turnbuckle. As now Mark Andrews, oh, what a kick, Pele kick right there. Similar to that of the phenomenal one AJ Styles, the United States Champion, over on Raw. As now Andrews here had Cole on the ropes, but Cole was able to get off where Andrews was going to do. Mark Andrews, very impressive so far, the NXT champion. Feels like he's being made fun of so far. And Cole finally having Mark Andrews, well, at least down for a couple seconds. So Cole's able to get a breather. As Mark Andrews has been able to stay on Adam Cole, make sure that Cole hasn't been able to get out much offense in. And if he has, it's been very little, to say the least. As now, oh, kick across the jaw right there. Now Mark Andrews, the strength here lifting up the obviously heavier Adam Cole, I know. From the electric chair position, drops him in the center of the ring, and Cole. Adam Cole gonna kick Mark Andrews off. So at this point, Cole gonna have to make sure that Andrews stays on his feet. He's gonna have to keep Mark Andrews grounded. Make sure that Mark Andrews does not leave his feet. And Adam Cole, baby, I missed the cue again. Yeah. Anyway, so, but yeah. Adam Cole now finally has Andrews down, but now Taunton, that could be his downfall. Well, of course, the Undisputed there, the rest of the Undisputed there, there's 3 of them for God's sake, including Adam Cole. That makes 4. But you know, there's 3 of them on the outside. They could obviously help Cole in this matchup. So far, they have done none of the sort, surprisingly. But best believe when Adam Cole feels like he's in most trouble, he's gonna call for them to help him, or maybe they'll do it on their own right. On their own terms. I see right there, dropping Mark Andrews, and Andrews, he just flips back up, and now what the hell? Oh my god. I have no idea what just happened, but Mark Andrews turned that into a stunner of some sort. Adam Cole, is he down? Is he out? No, kicking out at 2. Mark Andrews. What the hell did that young man just do? I have no idea. All I know is that was amazing to watch. That was beautiful. Brings a tear to my eye. Alright, now Adam Cole, what a forearm shot. Rocking Mark Andrews here. Andrews stunned for a shot. Wow, oh no. Kick right to the knee. And just like that, out of nowhere, the last shot. Adam Cole with the last shot out of nowhere. And it is done. In an instant. Just like that. At the snap of a finger, Adam Cole puts away Mark Andrews. What a performance we saw. See right there, that was a part that happened during the commercial break. That springboard dropkick, Adam Cole able to duck out of it somewhat. Mark Andrews was never fully connected with that. He got some of it, not all of it. But anyway, NXT champion Adam Cole. He was given a run for his money to kick things off on NXT. Out of nowhere, a last shot puts away Mark Andrews. But what a performance. I see right there. The bare knee to the back of the skull. That's devastating for anyone. Adam Cole puts away Mark Andrews. And the rest of the Undisputed Era out here celebrate with our NXT champion. Adam Cole gets away by the skin of his teeth to kick things off on NXT.
Climb the ladder. Grab the briefcase. Earn a championship opportunity. WWE's Money in the Bank ladder match. All for a chance at a guaranteed championship contract. WWE Money in the Bank.
Of course, they show Money in the Bank. Our first pay-per-view here in Yours Mode. And there's a look at your main event. Like always, Ash Black, Finn Balor, The Miz, Braun Strowman, Ricochet, Cesaro, Buddy Murphy, and Andrade. Balor, Black, Murphy, and Andrade. They represent SmackDown. Miz, Braun, Ricochet, Cesaro. They represent Raw. 4 from Raw, 4 from SmackDown will do battle in the 8-man Money in the Bank ladder match. The winner will become Mr. Money in the Bank. They will hold that briefcase for, well, at least they have the time span of a whole year. And in between that whole year, they could cash in whenever they so please, whether it's for a Universal Championship matchup over on Raw or the title matchup on SmackDown. They could even jump brands. So let's say a SmackDown superstar wins, they could look for the Universal title on Raw or vice versa. Possibilities are nearly endless. That's what makes Money in the Bank one of the most exciting pay-per-views in all of the WWE. And along with that, to kick off the night, 8 women will battle for the women's Money in the Bank briefcase. 4 from Raw, 4 from SmackDown, and well, those 8, they will be revealed on Raw Week 3, the upcoming episode of Raw. As of course, well, one thing we do know from Money in the Bank, for the women's side, Bayley will defend SmackDown Women's Championship against Carmella, as Mella did win the 8-woman Battle Royal this past episode of SmackDown. So maybe we'll see some of the Battle Royal participants that lost that matchup in the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, it's main event time. Not only that, it's Toni time. Toni Storm with her Universe Mode debut, her NXT debut, Triple H's first signee here in Universe Mode, here in NXT in general. So Toni Storm, the first free agent signing in Universe Mode. Let's see how she fares. And well, challenging Rhea Ripley to a matchup on in the show, of course. And if Toni Storm wins this matchup, big time takeover Blackpool implications, because if Toni Storm wins this matchup here tonight, she will be added to the matchup between Rhea Ripley and Shayna Baszler. As of course Shayna won last week's 6-pack challenge to even earn the right to face Rhea Ripley won the matchup to earn the right to face Shayna. So if Toni Storm beats Rhea Ripley here tonight, it will be a triple threat. However, if Rhea prevails against Toni, then the matchup stays the regular original 1-on-1 contest that we're supposed to have. As now, here we go. Matchup kicking off here. This is your main event of NXT. Will it top the amazing matchup that we had last week between Johnny Gargano and the Velveteen Dream for the North American Championship, as Dream retained in the open challenge? That was answered by, of course, Johnny Wrestling, the Rebel Heart, Johnny Gargano. Well, a matchup those two had. Shall see who Dream faces at takeover Blackpool when he defends that title. So far, we do not know who. But now, Toni Storm here, the headbutts we saw that earlier on in the night, when these two just broke out into another brawl. Luckily enough, referees and backstage officials, security guards, to break things up to restore order just in time for our Adam Cole and Mark Andrews matchup. As now, Rhea Ripley gonna send Toni Storm over the top rope here. Now Rhea looking against separation here. Toni stunning Rhea Ripley here. Now Toni scaling to a high red district, and off she goes. The cross body quickly into a pin with a lateral press. 1 and 0. Now Rhea Ripley immediately kicking out right there. Toni Storm probably knows it's going to take more than that to keep Rhea Ripley down, but Toni Storm either desperation, which I highly doubt that. So most likely a case of making your opponent kick out early on to make them assert energy. Very effective when you think, but I see right there, kick right across the face by Rhea Ripley. To for the calf across the face, if anything. As now Toni getting launched over the top rope. Rhea Ripley now taunting the crowd. And Toni Storm immediately back up to her feet. Rhea Ripley trying to get into separation. She's going to turn around here or not. She had where Toni was going for scout. Well, she was waiting for her. She expected her to immediately get back. But bottom line, Rhea Ripley had Toni Storm's number either way. And now, oh, Rhea, what a big boot. Toni ran right into that one. That's after sending Toni Storm over the top rope. Rhea Ripley now has finally been able to get on the road in this matchup finally, as in the beginning stages, the first few stages of this matchup has been Toni Storm, and maybe it's going to go back to Toni Storm. Or not. Commentary's curse right there. That's Rhea Ripley. Oh my god, what a kick. Taking down Toni Storm into the cover here. Toni Storm kicking out before 1. And now it's this running Irish whip. Sends Rhea Ripley into the corner. And Toni Storm trying to get situated. Took too much time. Splashes the corner. Got none of Rhea Ripley there. As now another running Irish whip as Rhea Ripley gets sent to the outside. Perhaps, and yes she does. Toni Storm now. High red district again. Calling Rhea to her feet. Rhea Ripley, she's stunned. Toni Storm looking to fly here tonight in your main event. And yes, she does crossbody. And it connects. Beautiful connection at that. Toni Storm now, ladies and gentlemen. Toni Storm in control. NXT will continue. Back live here in Full Sail University, the home of NXT, as we're here in NXT Week 2. I see right there, Rhea Ripley during commercial break, hanging out Toni Storm to dry as Toni went chest first into the ropes, and we're back live here in NXT, and what a kick! Rhea Ripley, after that moment, mostly having control over Toni Storm in this matchup, as before a commercial break, Toni Storm with the big time cross body, but Rhea Ripley has been able to rebound after that. As now Rhea here in control of this match, well, at least so far. Coney assuming, yes, I'm right, because Toni Storm looking to get things back rolling in her favor, sweeping the legs. And now Toni Storm here knows that she needs to win this matchup. She made this matchup in the first place. She was the one that made the challenge out to Rhea Ripley, and Toni definitely wants an NXT Women's Championship opportunity at takeover Blackpool, and she's gonna get it. Oh my God! Suplex into the knee. Rhea Ripley, and now a cutter. Reminiscent of SmackDown's Randy Orton. I feel like he'll be proud of that one. That was a beautiful cutter. And now what's this? Oh, Toni Storm reverse DDT. Speaking of being proud of that one, Sting will be proud of that one if anything. There's now Rhea Ripley here. Oh, it's looking for a big time strike. And oh, Toni Storm again. Rhea Ripley with the big boot. Back and forth here as we've returned from commercial. And Rhea Ripley looking for something. Toni Storm was looking for something. Rhea was able to reverse it. And now here we go. Northern Lights suplex. Does not go into a bridge for the cover though. Rhea Ripley perhaps taking enough ladder maneuvers to keep Toni Storm down here. Rhea wants to stay with her spot in the NXT Women's Championship matchup. And what a kick to the back of the head again. And Toni Storm, she's back up. Toni Storm says it's going to take more than that to keep me down. Oh my God, a power driver. Toni Storm will power driver out of nowhere. Just lands Rhea around her head, and Rhea Ripley kicks out at one. Breaking kayfabe. No selling. Anyway, going back to kayfabe here. Rhea Ripley kicking out at 1-0. Fisherman suplex. Toni Storm pulled out a power driver out of nowhere. What the hell just happened? And now Rhea Ripley playing around with Toni, trying to get her distracted for long enough for the Riptide here. Rhea Ripley just had a trap for Toni Storm laid out. The Riptide. This is how she won last week. And Rhea Ripley. Now, only two. Toni barely getting the shoulder up. And now Rhea Ripley, she can't believe it. Toni Storm kicking out Rhea Ripley's best maneuver, the Riptide. And now Toni Storm gonna pay for it. She's gonna wish she didn't kick out, because now Rhea Ripley clubbing blows across the skull and a stomp to the stomach once again for good measure. Rhea Ripley can't believe it. Toni Storm kicking out Rhea's best maneuver and a big boot for Rhea Ripley's troubles. Kicking her teeth down her throat, and now it's Toni Storm here with the aggressive side being shown. Some stomps to the face, and now second time here. Stomps across the face. As well, some payback for Rhea's punches earlier, if anything. As now Toni Storm here has her up in fireman's carry position. Death Valley Driver. I forgot to name that move on Raw when Kara Hansen did. I have no idea how I forgot the Death Valley Driver, but I remember it here for Toni Storm. So, whatever. Anyway, Rhea Ripley trying to fight back here. And oh, what a drop kick. Rhea Ripley leaving her feet. Impressive right there from the obviously taller woman in this matchup. As now Toni pushes Rhea off her. He's looking for something there, didn't connect. And now Rhea was looking for a drop kick. Toni sensed it. And Toni looks for a drop kick. Rhea sensed it. And now Toni Storm going to reverse where Rhea's doing back and forth reversals here. Off the ropes goes Toni Storm. And she runs right into a front face lock from Rhea Ripley. She ran right into that one. And now Rhea has her down with a side headlock. And now wrenching on Toni Storm here. Trying to wear her down more of a case instead of trying to make her submit, but Toni Storm getting out of it. Side headlock. And now looking for a strike right there. Rhea Ripley though has her up here. Toni Storm in trouble. She slips out of it. Slips out of the suplex attempt. And now Rhea Ripley snap mare. Looking for something. No. Elbow These two women just have each other scouted left and right here. For the last minute or so, these two women reversing everything. Toni was looking for a clothesline. Rhea catches her once again. Rhea Ripley has caught Toni Storm in the midst of Toni running. These two women have not been able to get a proper offensive move for the past minute by this point. They're reversing everything here. It's amazing to see, truly. So now Toni Storm, what a chop. Able to stun Rhea for a couple seconds. Crucial couple seconds. Toni trying to finally get control. These two women not going to let each other get any type of offensive moves going for, well, at least more than a duration of like 2 or 3 string of moves. As Rhea Ripley trying to slow the pace down to her liking here. Wrenching down on Toni Storm. Another side headlock here. As now Toni gets out of it once again into a standing headlock position. And Toni Storm winning that exchange of headlocks once again. What a kick! And I think Rhea Ripley has finally put down Toni Storm, at least to wear her down long enough for Rhea Ripley to catch her breather. These two women just reversed any and everything for the past 2 minutes. Toni Storm really just wants that spot at takeover Blackpool, and Rhea Ripley just want to make things easier. Big time cover right there. Rhea wants to make things easier for her, keep it a 1-on-1 matchup. However, she did agree. She's not going to back down from the fight. But you can tell, you know, she will definitely want some easier. She definitely will want things to come easier to her. But that being said, she's still not going to back down from the fight either way. That's now Toni Storm here in the middle of the ring here. Storm Zero. Out of nowhere here. Has Toni Storm done it? Has she done it? Yes, she has. Storm Zero in the center of the ring. Out of nowhere. Just a slight second of Rhea Ripley being worn down, and Toni Storm, she's done it at takeover Blackpool. It's gonna be a trip down. Now Rhea, she's up here and now looking to strike Toni Storm, but Toni striking back. Rhea Ripley missed the clothesline, and to the outside from a clothesline over the rope goes Rhea Ripley. Toni Storm standing tall. Rhea Ripley retreating, decides, well, not worth it. And now what the hell? Shayna Baszler in the ring. Toni Storm was looking to exit the ring, and it's the NXT Women's Champion. Well, it is going to be a triple threat takeover Blackpool. Toni Storm has now been added to the matchup. She defeated Rhea Ripley, and so now she's added to the matchup. And out of the crowd, the NXT Women's Champion is here. And now she's sending a statement to her newest challenger in Toni Storm. It's going to be a triple threat takeover Blackpool, and I don't think Shayna's happy about that. The cure for the clutch. And Toni, she's tapping. Toni's been so worn out in this matchup, she taps out immediately. Rhea Ripley, she's already entered backstage. Whether or not she's seen this attack or not, I don't think she cares all that much. Toni Storm just got attacked by Shayna Baszler, our NXT Women's Champion. Not happy about the matchup now being a triple threat. She attacks Toni Storm here tonight to end off NXT after Toni went through one hell of a battle against Rhea Ripley. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we end off NXT Week 2. Our NXT Women's Champion standing tall to end off NXT here in Full Sail University. That's it for this episode of Universe Mode. Catch you on the next one.